Welcome to the Word for Life podcast, a daily devotional covering the entire Bible from Genesis to Revelation.
In Joshua chapter 9, we read how Joshua and Israel were deceived by the Gibeonites, and yet they remained faithful. After the victory at Ai, all the Canaanite kings were afraid and joined forces to make war with Israel. But verse 3 says, however, when the people of Gibeon heard what Joshua had done to Jericho and Ai, they resorted to a ruse. The Gibeonites came to Joshua and pretended that they had come from a distant country and requested for a treaty with the Israelites. In verse 11 we read, they said, "We are your servants, make a treaty with us." Joshua and Israel were deceived by the worn-out sacks and old wineskins of the Gibeonites, and so they made a treaty with the Gibeonites. Verse 14 says that before the Israelites made a treaty with the Gibeonites, they sampled their provisions but did not inquire of the Lord. And so sadly, after 3 days, the Israelites heard that these people were actually their neighbors living near them. You see, all the Israelites were terribly upset that they were deceived. But verse 18 says, the Israelites did not attack the Gibeonites because the leaders of the assembly had sworn on oath to them by the Lord, the God of Israel. In verse 19 we read, all the leaders answered, "We have given them our oath by the Lord, the God of Israel, and we cannot touch them now. This is what we will do to them. We will let them live so that God's wrath will not fall on us for breaking the oath we swore to them." And verse 26 says, so Joshua saved them from the Israelites, and they did not kill them. Friends, we too live in a world where deceivers and fraudsters constantly cheat people out of their hard-earned money or manipulate people to do their bidding. But Proverbs 12:22 cautions us that the Lord detests lying lips, but He delights in people who are trustworthy. Psalm 101 verse 7 tells us, no one who practices deceit will dwell in my house. No one who speaks falsely will stand in my presence. And in Colossians chapter 3, verse 9 and 10, Paul the Apostle tells the church, do not lie to each other, since you have taken off your old self with its practices and have put on the new self, which is being renewed in knowledge in the image of its Creator. Friends, the Bible warns us that liars and cheaters will definitely see the judgment of God. In Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 5 and 6 we read, friend deceives friend, and no one speaks the truth. They have taught their tongues to lie. They weary themselves with sinning. You live in the midst of deception. In their deceit, they refuse to acknowledge me, declares the Lord. And verse 9 says, should I not punish them for this, declares the Lord? Should I not avenge myself on such a nation as this? Friends, the positive thing in this story is that Joshua and Israel do not act like the Gibeonites. They stayed true to the covenant that they made with the Gibeonites. Friends, believers always keep their word and always resist and overcome the temptation to lie and deceive others.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you tomorrow for the next episode of the Word for Life podcast.